where Colin was wrong.
Yeah, I got a little over dramatic. I overreacted when I said the Lions' new coordinators could be a hazmat spill. Yeah, I was wrong. Jared Goff, has he thrown an incompletion in the last couple of weeks? He's completed like 75% of their throws. Listen, upstairs, they got too many good players. Best backfield, best offensive line. They've won the last 4 games like a college team by 16 points. Johnny Martin is calling a smart game. And it goes back to something that you have to believe in. Dan Campbell created the culture, and this general manager and this front office, they do not miss on a lot of draft picks. They may go on the trade deadline and get a corner. Keep your eyes on the Detroit Lions getting some secondary help at the trade deadline. Rams and Lions, keep your eye on that.
Yeah, remember when Colin was saying Mayday, Mayday because of a preseason game? I remember that. That was funny. Listen, the Detroit Lions, you guys know I'm a massive supporter of the Lions and what they're building. Defending Jared Goff, defending the Lions all day, every day. A win over the Bengals means nothing to me because the Bengals are awful. Anytime the Lions beat a bad team, which they've been able to do now for years, it means nothing to me because I expect them to. They are the least likely team to ever get tripped up on a catch game, you know, on one of those catch games where you're just like, oh my God, how did we do that? That's just not what Dan Campbell has with this team. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most prepared game-ready team in the NFL. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So it's just like a game like the Bengals, they play the Brown, you know, whoever. It's just like, no. There's just zero chance. It just has to be the flukiest thing ever for them to drop a game against a team that's clearly not on their level, especially once the season begins. I can understand earlier on in the season when you're working things out and whatnot. But no, not with the Detroit Lions. They're just the most prepared team, most game-ready team. No question about it. No question about it. Before I get too further into it, Detroit Lions fans, you know, I gotta ask you, please do not forget to watch the full length of this video. And please do not forget to subscribe. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best way to support the growth of this channel. That when you guys do that, the views go through the roof and the subscribers go through the roof. It is the best possible way to support the growth of this channel. So I can keep making the best possible Detroit Lions content that I can, where I give you the reality. If they're playing great, I tell you they're playing great. If they're playing bad, I tell you they're playing bad. If they have a huge game like this, I go, yeah, I'm not that impressed because I give you the honest takes. Okay? Don't pander and I don't rip and troll just for the sake of it. It's just real sports talk. So we can become fully rooted in this sports talk world. And then, you know, just go from there. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because Colin has always been a huge supporter of the Detroit Lions. It was weird because Colin had a couple takes recently that, you know, with during the season that people were kind of upset with Colin, which I understand. But they were like, oh, Colin's such a hater. I'm like, Colin's not a hater. Colin significantly believes in this Detroit Lions team. He believes in the coaching. He believes in the GM ownership. He believes in the roster. You know, he thought that they were going to be in the Super Bowl last year. He thought that it was going to be the Lions and the Bills. He's been a major supporter. And even when they lost in the playoffs in the NFC Championship game in 23, yeah, he blamed Dan Campbell. But when you blame the decision-making in a game like that, you're saying that your team is good enough. It's actually the ultimate compliment. When you blame the team for losing, you're saying your team was good. Your team should have won. You're the better team. You're the better team. You should have been the one to win the game. It's actually the ultimate compliment. fans don't take it that way, but it really is. You're like, you were the better team. You beat yourselves. The other team didn't beat you. And that means something to me. But I think Jared Goff and this Lions offense has been great. Again, it's so hard because they played such bad teams. And even like a team that we thought was good, like the Baltimore Ravens, their defense is awful. Their defense is just so god awful. It's just like, what do you even do about that, right? So there's still plenty that you want to see from the Detroit Lions, and there's still plenty of these barometer games that you really. I thought the game against the Ravens was a barometer game. It wasn't. The Ravens are an absolute mess. And so they got other more important games on their schedule than, of course, playing the Cincinnati Bengals. But what hasn't changed, and when you do get two new coordinators, I think it's still an important test to pass, is like, okay, do we still leave the door open for any of these like weird, messy games that like come out of left field? And the answer is no. They close that door. And so they passed that test. So for me, with the Detroit Lions, it's like I still want to see them play high level against actually great teams that are playing great. Not because I don't believe that they can do it, because I obviously do believe in them, but it's a matter of I just want to see. I want to see how those games unfold. I want to see the play calling. I want to see the level of aggression. Like I want to see it. We got a glimpse of it against the Baltimore Ravens because you did have some key moments in that game, but like I said, I mean, in hindsight, that team is just a mess. And they're only getting worse as the day goes by. So that's why this game Sunday night against the Kansas City Chiefs, that is the game. And then a game against the Buccaneers, that is the game. Those two games, Buccaneers have been playing great. Baker Mayfield has been cooking. The Kansas City Chiefs are the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care what injuries they have. I don't care what's going on there. They are, as the Detroit Lions are the most prepared, ready game, ready to play. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the most mistake-free team in NFL history. Okay? So it's just like, and then the Lions absolutely positively should have the better roster. Absolutely positively. So it's like, that's what I want to see. It'll come down to coaching. It'll come down to coaching and coordinating. Who out-coaches who outplays who. That is the game, not the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, come on. I think we can all acknowledge that, right? We can all acknowledge that. And then again, another game like the Buccaneers, the Lions absolutely should positively be better team. And there would be you can make the excuse, okay, yeah, Andy Reid, Spags, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, man, they're always going to bring their A-game. That is always going to be a tough game, no matter what, right? The door is always open to be outcoached and just outmanned against Andy Spags and Mahomes. That door is always open. It's always open. But when you're going up against the Buccaneers, when you're going up against the Vikings, when you're going up against the Commanders, when you're going up against the Eagles, when you're going up against the Giants, that door should not be open in the way that it would be for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's up to the Lions to prove that when they play the Bucs, when they play the Vikings, when they play the Commanders, right? The Eagles is hard because it'll now be, over a month now, and who knows what's going on. They're having some issues with their offensive coordinator. It's up for the Lions to prove, oh yeah, you haven't figured that out yet. Good. That's all we need. Boom. Done. See you. Goodbye. Right. It's up to them. Oh. The Vikings trying to figure out their quarterback situation. Is it Carson? Is it JJ? Don't try to figure it out against us. Don't you figure it out against Dylan Gabriel and the Cleveland Browns. Don't figure it out against us. Nope. Again, against the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield cooking against that Seattle Seahawks defense, which was atrocious. They had open receivers all day. Abduka is feasting. Absolutely feasting. Baker Mayfield was pressured like 7 times that game. It's up to the Lions to be like that. That was good that you did that. Not against us. Oh, Sam Darnold lit y'all up where it was just him and Jackson and Jigba, Jackson Smith and Jigba. No one else. That's great. We got beast. Good luck. Oh, they hung 35. We're going to hang 55. Right? Like, it's like that's the level of intensity. That's the level of intentionality. Not beating the Cincinnati Bengals. If you're impressed about beating the Cincinnati Bengals, or if you have to admit you were wrong after they beat the Cincinnati Bengals, well then, you really did not understand who the Detroit Lions are. Then you were really confused about what the Detroit Lions were or were not capable of. Okay, so make no mistake about it. This is born from a place of belief. So, yeah, I mean, the Lions have had many skippable games over these years, like against the Panthers and whatnot, against the Bengals, where you're just like, yeah, like, I expect them to dominate. I expect the other team to genuinely look like not even a JV team, but like the freshman team, all right? A middle school team that's just like looking to get to know some of the older guys and learn what it's like to be in high school, right? Like, so it's just, yeah, we're now at the point of the schedule where it's like, this is where it matters. These games matter. You're playing for you're playing for the one seat at that point, right? Like you come away with wins during that stretch. It's like the division and the one seed, first round bye, home field advantage, etc. Like that is what you're playing for in that moment of time. Though this stretch of games are mass. I mean, it's practically the season right there. You survive that. You rip off wins during that chunk. You are sitting pretty. You are sitting pretty. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Detroit Lions? Colin admitting that he got a little overdramatic and a little panic-stricken on Jared Goff and the Lions. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.